So I'm with the artist Vivian Pedley. What's that painting about, Vivian?
You want to know? Yeah, well, okay, it's called The Ghosts of a Cowboy, Mermaid and Invisible Lemon Juggler. And it's basically hinged around the myths and mysteries of West Penwith, and particularly in the Zennor area. I like to use text in work, but sometimes I like the text to be not readable. And then it becomes pure mark making, and then the story has to be hauled out of the colour and the paintwork. But just to get you in the picture, the text says below Eagle's Nest, just past Bob's Gaff, which is your gaff.
I'm in it.
Down Quiet Lane. I did one called Last Bus Home from Zennor, which was seeing the image of my last painting like this through the bus window. And there you have it, really. It's not complex, but it leaves everything to the viewer through.
Fabulous colours.
Well, yeah, it's a bright one. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, many different stories. I believe all things are room to interpretations. So whatever people are going to come out with for that, they have ingredients. They have a mermaid, they have a cowboy or a ghost stork, and they have an invisible lemon juggler. But they also have directions of how to get there, if they can be bothered to read them. And I have seen people looking at my pictures like this, upside down, and the wrong way around.
The other thing that I really appreciate is the fact you do reverse writing.
I don't do seagulls. And then I thought, hang on a minute, I did do a seagull, and I had to sort of delve in through the studio storage, and I found the seagull. And this seagull, basically, the picture's called The Rites of Passage, and it would go back to 1965.
I remember the milk bar.
Which is on that slant, and it was like an American diner, and the milk bar and big block letters above it. Yeah, and as a kid I was really intrigued, and I always felt like I wanted to go in there. And by this time my mother was dragging me down the road, but I didn't mind too much because the second place I really wanted to go into was the Penny Arcade.
Right.
So anyway, that was our walk. The Rites of Passage was our walk, and taking me to the beach. And the gulls, I reference the gulls as food weaponizers. And it's about growing up and how times differ 50 years on, and how fast the impending doom is coming. So that's
great. And of course you are a Camborne man.
Oh, totally Camborne, born and bred,
Of which we are going to have a chat about this week. And I'm looking forward to coming and seeing you in Camborne Market.
I do a little stall there selling Indian and Nepalese clothing.
Oh, really?
Oh,
I should bring some rupees. So it's Zennor Spirit of Place. Here we go. That was amusing, bumping into Vivian Pedley today in the gallery. I had found out that one of the paintings being shown by Vivian was of the mermaid of Zennor, so I've been so curious about all the mermaid synchronicity that's been taking place, so I thought I'd take a look. Vivian famously took part in the Zennor Spirit of Place documentary, which was shot here at Tregerthen, concerning D.H. Lawrence's activities during the First World War. One of Vivian's previously eccentric projects which appealed to me, and which I interviewed him about for the documentary film, was how he had written out the entire text of the banned novel Lady Chatterley's Lover. Baked the pages in an agar. I think the whole process took several hundred hours, and then sealed the contents in a bell jar so that the previously notoriously censored novel could not be read. Another project that Vivian took part in was after my Cash is King exhibition at the Saatchi Gallery. I had some books left, and when I get books left from projects, I normally get them defaced. So he defaced some dust jackets for me, and again there was lots of mermaid imagery was coming up, and also, you know, he used his reverse writing, which I'm quite interested in. So I just in the cottage now, which I call Lady Chatterley's cottage, and I found the box of Vivian Pedley's defaced dust jackets in the cupboard. So I'm just having a look at them, and again I'm getting mermaid synchronicity, I'm getting a lot of Zennor synchronicity, and recently I've been getting Camborne synchronicity. So it kind of makes sense for me to extend the Zennor Spirit of Place project into another little project, which is going to be quite light-hearted, when it's called Camborne Spirit of Place. So be lucky. So here I am in Lady Chatterley's cottage, where D.H. Lawrence hung out during the First World War. Got a lovely fireplace up there. Got the mermaid, lots of mermaids around here. There's even one on my arm. And I've got these books that are from my Cash is King show, which I did at Saatchi Gallery in London a couple of years back. And any remaining copies, I got the dust jackets defaced by a few artists. I do love defacing myself. I was actually defacing banknotes for quite some years. And these are a few examples of Vivian's. He just let rip with his fertile imagination. And here we go. We've got snake here, good serpent imagery. Got an anchor. There's another one. Looks like some kind of orgiastic coupling. Lots of sweaty sex going on. This one is again. We've got a bit more nudity, a bit more eroticism, some reverse writing, which I really like. You know, being a fan of alternative forms of language. We got the ubiquitous mermaid again. Here we go. We've got another mermaid, and yeah, she's up to no good, I think. Although she's got glasses, she looks actually quite like a librarian mermaid. Very sexy. And here we are again. This is possibly my favourite. Kind of green, slimy, shape-shifting, very alluring, very beautiful. And I like this one because it's got a bit of Cockney rhyming slang on it, and I know that Vivian did spend some time in London. So we got, like, on the right we've got a monkey, which everybody knows is 500 quid, and on the left we've got a pony, which maybe not so many people know is 25 quid. I grew up with I'm very fluent in Cockney rhyming slang. In fact, I'm kind of lingual, so you know, I do appreciate the humour in these.